My name is Craig Kendall. The organization is the Pete Store. We're a chain of 16 Peterbilt dealerships from Massachusetts to Georgia, and I am the recruiting manager. It goes back to so much of our freight moves by truck, whether it's food coming to us, whether it's medicine coming to us, or whether it's our trash or refuse being hauled away. So it's usually a truck that does that. Very few people live where a barge can dock at their back door and load a pound of sugar. It doesn't work like that. And even though rail is very important, most people, their goods may come by rail, but then it's a truck that brings it to them or to a distribution center near them to bring to a store or to deliver to their home. The trucks are becoming more and more complex and technically advanced. So today's technician has to be sharper and able to do more things. A few years ago, working on trucks was a very physical thing. It still is, but it was not as much troubleshooting. The electrical part of trucks was much smaller and much simpler. Today, with automated transmissions, smart cruise control, collision avoidance systems, stability systems, etc., the trucks are much more complex, and troubleshooting takes on a much greater impact, and the technicians just have to be sharper at more things now. As the states and the rest of the economy open, we're pretty bullish. We think things are going to be pretty good. We think that freight still has to move. Most of the freight in this country moves by truck, particularly to the retail and the consumer level. And it takes trucks to do that. And there's fewer and fewer customers that work on their own trucks. A lot of the customers now depend on dealers to maintain and troubleshoot their trucks. Some people want to work on trucks and they really don't want to do anything else, and that's great. We just had a gentleman retire on Friday very recently who had worked for us 39 years, and Mike had been a truck repairer. He's a great technician, great guy. We've had people at the Pete Store who have moved from being on the floor fixing trucks, repairing trucks, to being a shop foreman, shop foreperson, to being a service writer, to working in our warranty department, to being a service manager. We've had some people move to the parts department. We've had a few people move to the sales department. And we have regional service managers, and we have some people that have transitioned from being a technician to being a regional service manager. So there's a lot of opportunity. We need bright, smart people that are willing to work hard and can use their minds and come up with innovative solutions. So the future's wide open. We look for hard workers. We look for people who want to be the best. We don't look for people who want to be okay or pretty good or good. We want people who really want and need to be the best. We like people that are competitive but can work in a team environment. We look for people who are innovative and they're willing to try some new things and think outside the box. We don't like lazy people that don't do what they're supposed to do. It's probably not going to work here. You need to be a hard worker if you're going to be successful and work for us. We look at your grades if you're coming out of a technical school, but we also look at your attendance. And our theory is that if you didn't attend school when you were paying to go to school, what would lead us to believe that when we're paying you to come to work, you'll be here consistently? So we look at grades, we look at attendance, we look at mechanical aptitude, ability. We like to see some experience. I mean, you may not have worked on Peterbilt trucks before, but if you worked on lawnmowers, go-karts, weed eaters, farm tractors, construction equipment, boats, aircraft. I mean, do you have military experience? We like to see that. So that's something we like to see. One of the first things you need to do is look at your resume and get your resume updated and have it where it tells the story about you. If you work on antique cars, tell us that. We will not know that unless you tell us that. Do you speak a language besides English? Tell us that. Do you already have certain certifications or skills? Are you a welder? Have you been have quite a bit of computer training? Are you a coder? Tell us these things. You see, tell us about your personal vehicle. If you have a car or a truck, I think that's a good telltale sign if people are working on their own cars or families' cars or tractors or go-karts. Tell us about yourself. There's quite a bit of ongoing training. There's Peterbilt training. There's training from one of our other engine suppliers. There's training from transmission suppliers, axle suppliers, collision avoidance system suppliers. Some of this is online, some of this is instructor-led, and then there's also on-the-job training. And there's really no substitute for any of these. And it's all important that technicians get as much training and stay up to date. And we try to provide the means for people to do this, and we encourage people to do it. We pay for more training. We like training because it's important. And to dovetail into this, that we're seeing a lot more extended warranties, and the trucks have more warranty and the warranties last longer, and the components cost more, labor rates cost more, etc. So to do a lot of the warranty work, we have to have technicians that are certified and trained to be able to do the work and get paid for it and do it in a satisfactory manner. We're very happy. We want to talk about the UTI's online learning and training, coupled with laboratory training and keeping technicians up to speed. Hands-on training is very important, and UTI provides that. And we see that in the PTI program as well. Our people get on-the-job training, but there's also, with the advancements we see and the speed of technology, you just have to go online to learn things, and some of the troubleshooting procedures. You have to go online, and you have to be comfortable with computers, with distance learning, figuring out what's going on and how do you get the information. And a good example is the trucks, the electrification of the trucks has become more prevalent. Collision avoidance, stability systems, lane keeping, smart cruise, automated manual transmissions. There are troubleshooting trees, and those troubleshooting trees may be changed by the engineers and by the suppliers as they either see a problem they haven't seen before, or they see a fix, a way to do something better, quicker. And that training will be updated, that troubleshooting will be updated. And the way to access that is online. And the old saying is, the day something is printed, it's out of date. And we just can't have that. The quest to do things quickly, cost effectively, and correctly is just too high. We have to use computers. We have to be able to go online and get the information we need, and our technicians do that every day. I think we're going to see diesel trucks for a long time. We're also going to see some alternative fuel vehicles. Electric trucks are coming. There's more and more autonomy and more driver assist features coming, lane keeping, smart cruise control, adaptive braking, brake-by-wire, automated manual transmissions. The clutch pedal is coming out of trucks. It may be a transmission with a clutch in it, but the driver probably won't be pressing the clutch pedal going forward. The trucks are becoming more car-like. They're quieter, they ride better. There's less NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness. And we'll see more of that trend going forward. Fuel economy is very important, and that will only grow. Being green is going to grow. The days of blowing black smoke are over. They've been over for quite some time, but there'll be even less and less of that in the future. So we see a greener, more technical future, but we still see a very vibrant future. We see a place where smart, hardworking people that like trucks and want to repair trucks, be in the truck business. I think it'll be quite good.